Let's look at NGC 3180. That's another object. Oh, let me put on my coat because I want to go out and watch cables again. This is crazy. I'm going to slew to this and put you guys over there. Oh, good. At least we're not going deeper against the meridian backwards. Just kind of watching all the cables here to make sure everything travels correctly. I'm interested to know if you guys, if this night vision is good enough that you can see the impression of my shape here standing beside the scope. So we're swinging around now toward Ursa Major. We're passing up Ursa Major. Cables are still okay. Boy, I'm going to have to observe these cables a lot more because I don't ever want to do that again. Now we're aiming a little bit steeper angle.
Slewing complete.
Boy, it's at a spot in the sky that's not got much going on, so this will be so interesting to see if we can find this thing. Okay, I'm back inside the truck. This is NGC 3180. Let's go here for a second and just search for this. NGC 3180. A bright nebula appearing in the constellation Ursa Major. It's 0.2 arc minutes. NGC 3180. Okay, let's go over to SharpCap and let's put our target NGC 3180. And let's do our plate solve, Lord willing. And let's check our exposure while we're doing this. We're at 200 gain at 30 seconds. That was pretty good, wasn't it, for that last galaxy that doesn't have an M number? What was it called? NGC 2903. This one is NGC.
Syncing to coordinates. Slewing to coordinates.
So
Slewing complete.
0.65 degrees off. Now we're cooking. Okay, so let's reset this just to make sure. And let's get rid of that now. And bring up our live stack and clear the last live stack. And let's reset our colors. And boy, look how much blue it gave us. I think we better let it get another frame there and try those colors again. Okay, now let's try this again. There we go. Zoom in a little bit. Oh, so see, here's this galaxy right here. It's going to be nice, isn't it? It's very, we're seeing it at the plane or whatever, the face, very well. It's going to be another spiral. These are beautiful stars, aren't they? NGC 3180. Well, now, bright nebula. So maybe we're looking at a galaxy, but it's saying that we're supposed to be looking at a nebula. I don't think it's this whole thing. NGC 31, NGC 3180. An emission nebula located in the galaxy NGC 3184. Oh, okay. Galaxy. So the emission nebula I see is up in one of the arms. It's like on the outside of the arm. And the galaxy is actually NGC 3184. So I'll tell you what, let's do. Let's first learn about the galaxy. That's the bigger picture here. So NGC 3184, spiral galaxy in the constellation Ursa Major, diameter of 6.9 arc minutes. It's face on with a small nucleus. Yeah, this is interesting, isn't it? Look how tiny of a dot that nucleus is. Let's zoom in a little bit more there if we can. Watching our histogram too. Wonder if that'll look better, a little bit more illuminated. Maybe that sky not quite as black. Maybe it looks better when it's black. Yeah, that brings out the arms a little more. Let's bring this over a little bit more. See if we can bring out those arms. Quite a bit of noise, but this modeling effect will continue to fade out. We have 9 frames, just 4.5 minutes. That modeling will continue to fade as we collect more data. Discovered by William Herschel in 1787, so Messier didn't see this one either. It's got regions of ionized hydrogen, surface brightness of 14 magnitude, so low surface brightness. LSB is what they call that. Diffuse galaxies with a surface brightness of less than 1 magnitude lower than that of the ambient night sky. 12 megaparsecs. So once again, that's trying to just do that math. Would that be 40 million-ish million, 40 million light years, right? Would that be, or no, 30, closer to 30 million. Just doing the math. 30 million light years. Now, the nebula that we were originally going to go see, NGC 3180, is in one of the outer arms. Now, how are we going to be able to see which arm this is in? It's got a little bit of a ring to it. Here, I think it's talking about out here. Wonder if we boost the mids a little bit, if we'll be able to see GC 3180. I wonder if we look, did we look in our GC 3180? Yeah, let's center on that and see if we can get it labeled in our Planetarium software. Yeah. So 3180. Make sure you guys are looking at this with me. Yeah. So 3180. See that bright star there? Let's try to find that bright star. And let's don't confuse it with that. 3181. Boy, that is going to be hard to find, that emission nebula. 3180. We picked a very hard target. But if you can think about, we're going out toward that bright star and then go off to the right at a little bit more acute than a right angle. There should be a black, a little dark matter there, and then right above that dark nebula toward the 90-degree angle. Okay, let's go back to SharpCap. Okay, so there's that bright star. So if we come out of that, and then that dark material is here, so that emission nebula is right there. Let's go back to our, yeah. And boy, zooming in, they don't give us a very good picture of this, do they? Very diffuse, but I think, I think we're going to have to accept the fact that we are at the limit of, we did come out here to this bright star. We came across at less than 90 degrees. There's that dark matter, and here's that little arc. So this is that nebula that they're describing, and you can kind of see why it doesn't fit with the spiral arm. Look, the spiral arm is this way, and look at that spiral arm, and it just ends. And at the end of the spiral arm is this nebula. Man, that's amazing. So I'm going to take a picture of this. And I kind of feel like we need to annotate the picture. I wonder if I can do that. Let's try. I guess we'll use a highlighter. No, I don't like that. It kind of, there we go. That'll be good enough. Now we'll save that, and it's NGC 3180. And we'll go back over here. Well, how amazing is that? Let's do an observation here. Wow, we are so pressing it to the limit. But we did see this nebula in a place where a spiral arm shouldn't be. And now let's go to attachments. And let's grab that picture in GC 3180. And see what I did is I just annotated it here to show where this nebula is located in the galaxy. And then that is 3184. What we'll do now is we'll add 3184. NGC 3184, and we'll do a quick observation of it and say, beautiful galaxy. What's up with no Messier number? And then we'll grab that NGC 3180 again picture and just use the same picture. Okay, so you see how our workflow goes. I think that's where we'll call it, gang. We've already made you stay past the night that you should, because like I said, I got started late. Thank you so much for joining us. This is a lot of fun, and we will look forward to doing this again next time. I'll try to do my cable management better, so you guys are not having to stay up later. Uh, Frank and anybody else who's out there joining us, thank you for being a part of this, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time. I think we'll go ahead and call it for tonight because you're already 20 minutes past the time that we hoped to end. So good night and God bless.